Hello, Red Robot here. Let's talk about Demo Night. So in the Gunmetal update, we've got a few changes to Demo Night with the Alibaba's Wee Booties and the Bootlegger getting a plus 10% movement speed bonus. This means that at 4 heads you run faster than Scout, and they changed the 25 charge on charge kill to 25 charge on a melee kill, which basically just means you're going to be charging a lot more consistently as Demo Night and going to be able to deal a lot more damage. Demo Night's certainly a lot stronger, but that's not the only thing that changed in the update. The lock and load finally got its nerf. Just the 20% increased damage to play everything was just changed to a 20% increased damage to buildings only. The iron bomber got changed. They removed the damage penalty on self-detonate and reduced the radius penalty from 20% to minus 15%. Maybe I'm biased because it's my favorite launcher, but I don't really feel like the iron bomber really deserves any kind of downsides compared to stock, because it's really the upside, the fact that bombs don't roll anymore, well, don't roll as much. It isn't always an upside. It's sort of just like a different take on the grenade launcher. Sometimes rollers are more useful, having the roller grenades that can get under buildings, that can hit people over top of things more easily. And sometimes the slow, sticky grenades are more useful, like the iron bomber. Sometimes you want to be able to do easier jumps like that, or you want to like block off a choke point, or spam someone out at a spawn door. It's really, I think it'd be more interesting if they looked at them more as alternatives to one another, rather than trying to make one better in one way. And the Quickie Bomb launcher got increased damage based on the charge amount when the bomb is fired. And this is one of the more interesting ones. I actually came up with quite an unorthodox combo using the Quickie Bomb launcher with the booties and the Islander, and it's a strange choice because you don't get many of the bonuses of the booties don't apply at all. You don't get the increased turning rate, you don't get the increased charge on melee kill because you don't have a shield. But one of the really interesting things about the booties is that the increased movement and health really allows you to play a really kind of different sort of role as Demoman. You get to be a lot more mobile, you get to be a lot more hit and run, and especially with the Quickie Bomb launcher, you can deal out a ton of damage, get away, get health, and come back. A really, really fun way of playing Demo Night. And for self-defense and close quarters, you've got the Islander, which has a massive range and even heals you on every kill, which is awesome. There are also a bunch of other small changes to Demoman's weapons. We've got the Claymore, which got the 25 charge on charge kill changed to 25 charge on melee kill, just like the booties and the bootlegger. A few bug fixes on the Tide Turner, and a slight buff. They changed the amount taking damage while charging will drain from your charge meter, which was a good thing. It drained way too fast. If you took like a stray bullet, you'd pretty much stop instantly. It was pretty unfair. We've also got a nerf to the Caber, just reduced its damage and kind of changed the way that you reacted to hitting the Caber. You used to fly up in the air after swinging it, and now you don't, which is pretty sad. An interesting thing about the new Quickie Bomb launcher is that a fully charged shot at close range, if aimed perfectly, can deal 125, which means it can one-shot light classes, which is pretty insane. The amount of damage you can put out with it now, and just how quickly you can detonate, and how fast you can move around, makes such a killer combo, and it's so much fun to use. As for the rest of the changes, a few of them quite overdue. The lock and load needed to be fixed since forever. The booties and the bootlegger have been useless for the longest time, and it's really nice that they have sort of their own role now. They've really changed it to make the first few kills you get as Demo Night easier. It's you've really got to get the ball rolling with a few heads. Before the bootlegger was buffed, you had to really rely on your charge to get those kills, and if you didn't get a charge on that kill, you'd usually die because you didn't have enough movement speed to follow up and get any more hits. The change to the Caber was interesting. I know that some people get frustrated with sticky jumping Caber bombing demos. I always just thought they were pretty funny. It's nothing that's really bothered me. However, you could always, and you still can, just use the Scotsman's Skull Cutter as an alternative. It's still an incredible melee weapon with long range and high damage, and a downside that's pretty much negligible. So just use that instead, I guess. Although it's probably not as fun as suicide bombing your friends. One of the other changes that affects all classes, but Demo Night especially, is the removal of damage spread. And it's really, really useful to demo that 2 sword swings have a guaranteed kill on a light class now. Before, you could roll low on the random spread of your sword swings and leave a 125 health class alive, but now that will never happen. You'll consistently kill them, which is such a great change for demo, and really makes the game more skill-based rather than based on luck. Especially since most of demo's knight weapons can't have random crits, so you really have to rely on that consistent damage. So yeah, really love all the changes to demo. Makes knight better, nerfs some really annoying weapons, and I'll see you next time. Bye.